Oh, we live. We live, baby. We live.
Yeah, live on Facebook.
No.
You smart, Lavelle.
Say hallelujah with Uncle Q. 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 Uncle Q is here on demand. He'll play your favorite songs and then you dance. Whatever you do, don't change the station. He got something for all the nation. Yes, you are. Listening to Uncle Q. Tune in. Listening to Uncle Q. Hey, hey, say hallelujah, Uncle Q.
Mr. Johnson, you on live.
Well, that's all right, y'all. Y'all in touch with Uncle Q right here on We Praise Radio, y'all. And I got these men. I tell you, I got the best, one of Detroit's finest quartet groups that's tearing up this country. And they're known to be the one and only Young Men for Christ. So listen, you tell a friend and tell a loved one and tell everybody that Uncle Q is on right here giving you this gospel. And also, we're going to interview these young men and find out where did they come from, who started this thing, how did they in the world did they tear up and go viral so I mean, they just went viral. Then they go viral the other week, and I'm so proud of them because we've heard some other, I'm just being honest with y'all, we've heard some others, and they weren't so clean and clear, so we're very proud of Detroit's song, Young Men for Christ. All right, then, how y'all doing, fellas?
Good.
We're doing good. We're doing good. All right there. Well, listen, I'm going to play a little something. We're going to start from the beginning of this thing, and we got a little song, and they had it. And this is when I was first kind of introduced to them, and I mean, it was a hot one, too. And it's called Thank You, Jesus. It's featuring the one and only. I call her the princess, the little princess of quartet music. It's featuring the one and only Sister Lisa Noel Smith, and they're with it. Got the Young Men for Christ, got her on there singing, and they come out strong. They hit the big folks, the major folks to sing on their project. It goes something like this. Hey, sit back and relax. And we're going to get in tune with who? The one and only Young Men for Christ out of Detroit, Michigan.
I want to thank Jesus for dying for me. I want to thank Jesus for saving me. When I was lost,
hey, Shelly,
in a world of sin, I want to thank Jesus for setting me free.
I want to thank Jesus.
I want to thank Jesus.
Yeah, I want to thank Jesus, yes I do, for saving me. When I was lost in a world of sin, I want to thank Jesus, yes I do, for setting me free.
y'all invite y'all folks.
The reason why I want to thank him, because it's been so good to me. I want to thank the Lord for setting my soul free. I said he brought me out of darkness into the marvelous light. That's the reason why I want to thank Jesus.
Thank Jesus.
Yes.
For dying for me.
I said I want to thank Jesus.
I want to thank Jesus
for saving me. When I was lost in a world of sin, I want to thank Jesus, yes I do, for setting me free. I got another witness. Lisa, it was his grace and his mercy that always took good care of me. I want to thank the Lord for letting the light shine in me through all of my ups and downs. A friend in you I found. That's the reason why I want to tell him thank you. I want to thank Jesus. Ooh, yeah. I gotta tell him thank you.
Everybody that's out there listening, you can go ahead on and share it. All right then.
In a world
Young men for Christ, y'all.
I wanna thank
Y'all been
Jesus.
asking for them, and here they are.
Yes,
We got them right here for a good time, y'all.
Put your hands together.
David.
Come on, son. I wanna thank Jesus. I wanna thank him. I gotta tell him thank you for what he's done for me. He made a way. He brought me out. I gotta tell him thank you. Gotta thank him. He didn't have to do it.
That's right, John. We got the one and only Young Men for Christ right up here, and we got him right here live on Facebook Live with Uncle Q, y'all. Hey, what's going on, fellas? Y'all all right?
All right. Good.
All right.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, we trying to get them together, y'all. We on here. 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 Can y'all hear me, fellas?
I can hear
You can hear it.
you.
Can you hear me, fellas?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Trying to get them back with their volume. Can y'all hear?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. I'm not hearing y'all back for some strange reason, but guess what? I'm gonna work it until we find out exactly what's going on. My volume went down, but we gonna, long as I can hear y'all, y'all can hear me. I guess we're gonna be all right. We will be. I know we will be. Definitely. Okay, we all right. That's it. All right, I had my volume down, y'all. That's why I couldn't hear y'all. How y'all doing again, y'all?
Doing good.
Good. All right, let's get this thing to popping and rolling, y'all. I'm excited to have y'all, and I am so proud of the success that you guys have represented the Motor City with. You know, I've been in the game for a little while, and I tell you, you all I don't know whether if I'm gonna look at y'all as the Junior Echoes. I don't know if I'm gonna look at y'all as the Everettis. I don't know if I'm gonna look at y'all as Slim in the Morning Echoes. These the big top dogs, y'all, that was in Detroit at that time. You know, I don't know, but I know that the Lord is with you all, and I want to tell y'all congratulations on all these numerous of awards that you're nominated for and everything. Let's get this started. How did we start with the Young Men for Christ? What happened?
Okay, Young Men for Christ was established back in 2012. The story started as I was singing on a concert one day myself, and you know, I didn't want to sing by myself, so I asked my cousin Eric, my father Franklin Jr. Who else? We had we had Devontae Harris. We had who else was it?
Adrian Johnson.
Adrian. That was who played for the first day. That was July 15th of 2012.
Okay.
And yep, it was on a Sunday. So we came along, we sung at New Great Design Hill. That was on Kelly. It was on Kelly, where Pastor Patterson was at the time. And we sung there on that Sunday, and it was popping ever since.
Ever since. So
yeah.
It was you that had the solo to do, and you don't like to do solos, and you end up
what happened?
I'm not hearing you too well, Lance.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Now I can. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So after that, that was what happened, and you know, ever since then, we just been going from there.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna ask the two senior men of the group, because I'm gonna ask some questions at them right quick. How is it that you all keep it balanced with these young men? Is it a hard task? You see, that's a blessing. You got two fathers, and they have two sons that's in the group. And how is it to keep that balance with these young men? Is it a task, Brother Eric?
It's a very big task. Yes, it is. The balance that I have learned to keep, I try to, just like with my son, you know, even though that's my son, I balance it out from business to relationship. I don't let it get, you know, I try to balance that out. if I see one, one doing one thing, I see then, I turn around and I let him know I'm doing the business wise, we're gonna do family wise. I try to separate the two, even though that, my son, I enjoy being on stage with him. And but at the same time, when it's time for business, I separate as father. And, I separate that. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Even though that's my son, I still tell him, hey man, that's not the right thing to do. We gotta do it business wise. So
wow.
That's how I try to keep it separated like that.
Father McGee, how is it you got your son? How is it to do it with your son?
Well, yeah, it's been almost about 4 years since I without the group. But when I was, I kept it sincere with him. Kept it honest with him because it's a dog world out there in this quartet field. So if you don't come with your best, be prayed up, be knowledgeable of what you're doing, and knowing that it's God that's gonna pull you through anything, regardless of how you feel, how you see, how it seems. He just needed to stay focused. Have faith in what he was doing. It was times when Lance was. He had an attitude. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He had not a good attitude when he was coming up younger. We worked it out, though. I mean, we all worked it out. My uncle, my cousin, and we just prayed and asked God to give us the strength and the wisdom and understanding to go about doing it. Because, like I said, Eric been doing this about 25 plus years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the Heavenly Star. So, and we got a good from Pastor Sam Scott. So he gave us the tutelage and the knowledge and the understanding of knowing how to run a quartet group. They were young, but we want to instill the old flavor as well as bringing in the new flavor with the guys. So it was always positive attitude with it.
Okay, that's a good thing to know, and I can it looks good to see the dads and the sons work together in this day and age, because that's a rarity. You don't get too many of them together. A lot of people say, I don't want to sing with my daddy. Because when my sister, when they was out there singing and they wanted to co-ed the group before I joined AG, I said, I don't want to sing with y'all. I just want to sing with the younger folks. But that's a good thing to see for such a time as this. All right, fellas, let me ask y'all a serious question. I see how many preachers we got in the group? Is it two?
Two
preachers. Oh my Lord, that's a blessing. That's a blessing right there. Eric Jr., let me ask you this, man. How is it that what keeps what motivates young men for Christ in your eye?
I feel like what motivates us for real is the way that we come together as a unit. Because we try to keep each other encouraged. On the day. Like, we literally talk to each other every single day. And we just try to keep each other motivated and encouraged to want to do better and want to get better in our craft. We obviously keep God first, man, but we just try to stick to this brotherhood that we got. And just try to stay positive at all times. We may, like everybody else, may get into an argument here and there, but at the end of the day, it's all love, so we don't take anything personal or anything like that. I think that's what really keeps this unit together, is love, and, we keep it fun.
Good.
So,
good.
We always looking for different things to do, different, new ideas to bring together, to try, and it's just trial and error. So, I feel like that's what motivates us to want to do better and to want to strive to get better, because everybody in this group has been into quartet all their life, literally.
I believe it.
Born and raised in quartet. Anthony was born and raised, in quartet. So was L3. Davion, I don't know if he was born and raised in quartet, but
I mean, yes, I was.
But he was in quartet all his life. And we just like to keep that drive going, man. And we we just do the best that we can, you know, and you know, I feel like that's what motivates us for real.
Good, good. My question's going to Davion. Davion is Alabama boy. Davion comes out of my state. And I know what we do down there. You know, that's a good old state, that old Alabama. I'm from Birmingham, and you down what, in the Tuscaloosa area way, ain't you, Davion? Somewhere in that area. But listen, spiritually, the same thing I posed the question to you as a preacher and a minister. What do you see that keeps Young Men for Christ motivated? Let me ask you this. What made you join Young Men for Christ? What made you, because if I recall, I remember seeing, I think it was the dads and I think it was the two sons in the beginning when I did, but then I looked up and then they had this little short man singing with them. I said, oh, they expanded. So how did you become a part of Young Men for Christ?
So that's a question right there. I was singing with a group that was in the city called Mighty Voices of Wonder. So I always admired Young Men for Christ because they was a younger group and they always could sing to me. So one day it became a time where Eric and Lil Lance had called me. First Eric had inboxed me. So then they
senior or junior? Was it senior? Junior, okay.
Yeah. Man had inboxed me and he would ask me how did I feel about becoming a part of the group. At that moment, I had to think like, you know, am I gonna leave the Voice of One because you know I'm related to some of the guys there. So I made the decision to leave because I always admired Young Men for Christ. I always supported them even when they first started. I always, you know, looked up to this group. So yeah, pretty much.
And so they got you.
Yeah, they got me.
Okay.
They reeled me in.
They reeled you in.
Yeah.
and it's a good fit. It's really a good fit. I'm saving my BFF for last because I know everybody I know what his business is about. Then I saw you guys all together, and then all of a sudden, it was already a bad combination. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this young man, tall in stature, and then y'all give this man the mic, and he got the power like Joe LeGun. And that's Anthony. Anthony, how in the world you end up with Young Men for Christ? What was going on with you? Did they see you somewhere and you were singing, or and you ripped the house up and they said, oh no, we can't let him sit on the side? How you come in here?
Well, it was made known unto me that they had seen me singing on Facebook. I sung By the Grace at a banquet, at Reverend Mills banquet, Wallace Mills banquet. And I guess they liked the way that I sung, or, you know, so Eric Jr. then text me, man, you want to be a part of Young Men for Christ, you know, kind of the same way you did, Davion. And I came to the first rehearsal and I joined in.
You got locked in the den, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you are fantastic. Then, you know, I know you have to have a business manager, and you got to have the right business manager too. How is it? How is it to work with the one and only Lavelle R. Nero as your manager? I'm gonna start with Eric Johnson Sr. Then I'm gonna move to the dad McGee, and then we're gonna move around in a circle. All right, there we're gonna get the fathers in first too, because I'm sure that they had to look at his business attributes before they said, all right, Eric, you on, Senior.
First of all, working with Lavelle it's been an honor and a privilege. First, I just want to say that before he took over, I was against it. I'm gonna be honest. I was against it because I look where my fellas, these guys here, really wasn't ready to take that on, that big experience by what was actually happening now.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a lot of praying for me to overcome that, to look at it in a different different way of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I kept talking to these guys, they kept talking to me, and I said, okay, well, if this is what y'all want to do, I'm willing to take a chance and see what happens. So, me and Lavelle, we the restaurant, we sat down and talked. He laid down what he willing to do for the group. And, he showed all this, everything that he's done and his credentials, his background, his business background. So I said, well, okay, let me take it to the fellas and see. So Wilson, actually, my drummer, my son-in-law, Lance Wilson, actually brought him to me for him to join, manage the group.
Okay.
So, okay, man, we'll try to see. So, now as this family has grew, Lavelle has been a big help to Young Men for Christ.
Wow. And
we've been some places, especially that Young Men for Christ ever been. And, we done sung in a lot of different areas, different places. We done got national awards under Lavelle Hero. A lot of, he has so many different groups that's up under him. But I believe that we come to be one of the top in his list.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I don't take it for granted. I thank God for what, for what he's doing for us. I constantly checks on him daily.
Mm-hmm.
So that he by himself a lot, but I as a friend, as a close friend to him, I try to stay, be close to him, make sure he's taking his medication. He's a real good friend to the group, and try to let him see that we really appreciate what he's doing for Young Men for Christ. Sometimes I know that he has a lot on his plate, but we try to let him know that he don't have to do it all. He can't do it everything, but he can't be at two places at one time. But he tries to because of of his skills and management and the love that he has inside, within him. And so he is an awesome manager, and I'm here to tell you, man, I'm glad that he's on our team.
Wow.
And, I'm really excited. I'm really glad that, that God led me in that direction to, change my mind about him. And I just want him to know I really appreciate what he's doing for me for Christ, man. I tell you, where we would actually be without him right now. So,
wow.
Yeah.
All right. Brother Lance Senior.
I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, everything Eric said, but like I said, me and Lavelle, we talk often as far as business wise with the group. And yeah, I had to push Eric a little bit. Say, Eric, come on, man. It's time for you to be the artist. Not just, just lay the managerial side alone. Now you can be the artist. Now let somebody take over now. So yeah, it was a good experience for us, man.
I'm good, bro.
He's put us in a position to go to the next level. And, and I'm as one of the founders of the group, I'm happy to see where it's going, even though I'm not there to Detroit, but my presence is there spiritually.
Oh yeah. We know it. All right. Davion, what you think about your manager? Is he hard on you?
Say that one more time.
How hard is your manager on you?
Lavelle, me and Lavelle, we have our good days and we have our bad days. One day me and Lavelle can be like the bestest friends, and then another day, I'm gonna be honest. Another day, if Lavelle say something to me, I'll be like, not today. Just not. No, don't say nothing at all. So it's just an up and down relationship, but I mean, it's good to have that. It's good to balance it out.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have no disagreements with somebody, then y'all not really close. So
all right. Okay.
So
All
he's
right.
a pretty good guy.
Pretty good guy. Pretty good guy. Lance Jr. What he do to you?
Lance the third.
The third?
But yeah. Lavelle keeps us on our toes. I honestly can say that. Lavelle has a standard, he has a great standard, I would say, for all of his artists, because he expects the best. Basically, like he always says, we are a representation of him. So I would say that we're always, we always have to stay on our A game because we represent Lavelle Nero. Whether we believe it or not, or know it or not, Lavelle is a well-known man, very much respected, of course. And he's who he is, and we have to reflect that. So he's on the musician as far as uniform, same from the head to toe. Even you, LaQuint, the socks, of course.
Y'all won't forget that, will you? We'll let them know about that a little later on.
But yeah, I'm grateful for Lavelle. Lavelle. Lavelle is not only a manager, but he's our family. We stand up for Lavelle. A few things that happened last year, rumors going around about Lavelle, and we was ready to go off because
yeah, that's our family. That's our family.
So Lavelle, he's grown to be in our family. So
cool. That's cool. Come on, Ant.
So really, when I joined the group, Lavelle was already there. So, real cool dude, laid back, Well, I ain't gonna say laid back, but he is, on point with everything, uniform, etc. What Frank the third was saying. But I haven't had any, no problems with him. As far like Davion say, I don't know. I just ain't. Me and Lavelle haven't crossed lines like that. So yeah, that's that.
That's good. I mean, we being up close and personal because see, people need to understand when you want to do this thing, you have to become like a family eventually. You just can't do it this way because you have your ups and downs and what have you. So I'm glad to know that. All right, Eric Jr., what you think about Dr. Lavelle Nero, your manager?
Me and Dr. Lavelle, we have grown a peculiar relationship, especially when it comes to this group. I try to make sure I keep Lavelle on his toes just as well as he try to make sure that he keep us on our toes. So, I tell Lavelle, what I expect. He tell me what he expect. And I make sure that Lavelle know, who he have in his camp. And I try to make sure that, we stay like family. And, and Lavelle know what I mean when I do this. Whenever you see this with Lavelle, we ain't got to go to explain on what this means. But Lavelle knows what that means. So, and I just try.
What does it mean?
No, see, last time we was on the Quint show, we got Lavelle in the hot seat. That
did. Somebody gonna get in the hot seat tonight because we just warming up. I got time for you. See, y'all shouldn't have went viral. Y'all went viral. Now everybody want to know what about these young men. We gonna get deep, y'all. We gonna find out.
I try to keep Lavelle on his toes. So, but all in all, man, Lavelle is ultimately a great guy. If you don't know Lavelle, man, you're really missing out. He is well known. We've been in places and Lavelle didn't even know he was this known in places. Like, it was just like amazing to see the recognition that he get. And he put his artists on such a high pedestal to where sometimes, even though when we don't see it, he sees it for us, and he makes sure that we achieve to our full potential. And so like the other day I asked Lavelle, well, where do you see us? He said, I see y'all getting flown in everywhere. I don't see y'all getting in, driving and doing this. But those are just, his visions and where he wants his artists to be. He wants his artists to be on the mainstream and on the main stages, things like that. And so you can't do nothing but to respect that type of vision. because some people don't have that vision.
That's
and,
good.
without a vision, you can't go anywhere.
Your
And
parents.
without a good leader and without good leadership, you won't do anything.
That's
And
right.
I feel like we have a great leader, great manager, and things like that. And Lavelle is definitely a keeper when it comes to the Young Men for Christ. So he's A1 in my book.
Good.
And
that's one thing.
A1 in his book.
That's one thing to have. If you have to have a camaraderie with your business manager. You got a lot of business managers that they want to do the work. They know they don't do the work, but they take the money. They want and they're not there to push you to make you go to excel to the next thing. So it's always good. And I also want to thank your father for saying, because keep being protective, because he knew that you guys had something. Your fathers knew that you guys were good and you needed someone to lead you to that next level. Well, let's talk to the big manager himself. I'm talking about, and see, he's my best friend. So, I mean, we've been friends since we were 16 years old. So, we know each other. Our parents knew each other and everything. But this was something that he has always wanted to do. He had always said that when we were singing together in a group called Donald Bell's Voice of Deliverance. So we come out of professionalism. So that's probably why he's so hard on you. Because of a lady named Jean Hodge. She was extremely hard as Donald Bell's manager. But anyway, Lavelle, I find this, and I just got to be upfront. Lavelle got a quartet group. From what we used to go through, the basic I could get Lavelle to come to a quartet program was when my sister was singing with the Penitent Specials, and he would come with me. He was like, I won't go hear no quartet group. And now look what God blessed you to be the manager of one of the #1 Detroit #1. I think they are in the male department. They are our #1 quartet group out of the Motor City. How does it feel, brother, work with these young men? And where are you planning to take them next?
Well, it's a awesome privilege that God has given me to work with these young men. As Johnson said, his son-in-law and I used to work together at the school. And so he approached me, but I said, well, I'm okay. Talk with the group. I mean, I'm not pressed, but, I would love to. I don't have a quartet group.
Lavelle, you was pressed.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Now you keep lying like that.
I had enough things to do, but I wasn't going to force it. Whatever they decided to do, it was going to be okay with me,
Mm-hmm.
But I just thank God. Like I told them when I met them, or any of my artists, I said, you got someone who's degree. I'm a degree, I have my bachelor's in marketing, my master's in international marketing, then I have a master's in education. Mm-hmm. So I could teach them the business as well as know how to maneuver in and out of the business. Mm-hmm. I've been doing this stuff for 20 years, going 21 years, but it's really 30 years going on 31.
That's right.
So and when I look at it in total, it's 51 years that I've been in this gospel industry on multiple levels. Young Men for Christ, of any of it, I tried to tell, when I first met with them, I said, I don't have all the answers, but let's walk this journey together. And if I don't know the answer, I will call people that I know that could give me the answer.
Okay.
You have to trust me. I got to trust you. Mm-hmm. And I said once, the first year we went to Chicago, it was for Mama Curtis Quartet Jam. Mm-hmm. And I explained to them, you going into the industry level. Mm-hmm. Once you go in that industry level, you cannot turn back. Mm-hmm. And once you open that door, all eyes will be on you forever. And it will be on me forever, where they knew that I already had groups, but they didn't know you were added to the roster. So now you inherit everything that comes because you are part of me, good, bad, or indifference, or whatever people think. you know. And so I tried to talk to them and let them know you're not regular no more. You got to come out of that mentality. You belong to the nation now, and they, you know, and pretty soon international or the world. And so, you know, some things you can't do like you used to do.
Right.
You like Donald shared with us. I can't have you be a Red Cross quartet. You on everybody's program, which devalues your worth. You know, Donald said, if you singing everywhere, your value goes down.
Yeah.
If you sing scarcely, and that's a business, marketing, supply, and demand. When you scarce, people wonder what you're doing, and they will pay for you because you're not everywhere. So I had to teach them that. And I say, you still have to, and it's not just them, it's across the board with all my art. There's an image, branding and marketing. The company has a brand and a marketing. And when people see you, they look at you like, oh yeah, you belong to alternative management. There's a look among all my artists that to say they're an alternative management artist, as well as their own look.
Okay.
So I'm preaching brand, marketing, professionalism, the industry. If we got to go, you got to rehearse. You got the band got to rehearse. You got to diversify. You got to get your routines down. You got to do all that to stay competitive. Now, I know we spiritual, it's a spiritual relation, but I'm business. They the spiritual. I tell everybody, y'all spiritual. I'm the business person. You know, I have to do the fight, you know, whatever I need to do to make it happen. Y'all spiritual, not me. You know, so I had to, you know, that, you know, as an industry leader, I'm looking at where I want all the artists to be in forthcoming year. I like everybody to be out of Michigan, across the country, and flying in across the world.
Okay.
That's where I see them. But in the midst, you got to work on that grind. You know, make sure everybody got their pass. I said, get your passport, because I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. You know, you got to be futuristic. As a businessman, I got to think for the future.
Okay.
Because I don't want everybody in Detroit. I mean, you come to Detroit for your anniversary to be connected to the people. But God's work is global, and I need you to be global with God's work, because there's a world that has not heard you yet.
Right.
So that's it for me.
Well, fellas, let me share this.
I'm hard on everybody. Because you, like you said, like Bessie told us, you get 2 times to please somebody. You sound good or you look good. And I want both. I don't want one or the other. I want both.
Both of them. That's true. Listen. Okay. Well, fellas, now listen. During this Corona, we've been going through that and we're all quarantined. What made you all want to do this concert that you did? Who came up with that idea? Let's do a concert.
All right. Well, you know, we know a lot of people in the quartet industry, and so you know, it was a thing going around with different groups during the quarantine, and they started off doing a quartet concert, and we looked at it and was like, oh, that'd be a good thing right now, you know, to inspire the people, to help the people, and it was like a lot of different quartet artists began to start doing these different concerts in their city, and we noticed that it was just a lot of people in the South that was just doing the concerts. So we said, you know what, let's try to change it up a little bit and, you know, bring it towards the North, you know, and especially in the city, to get the city recognition too. So it's not just us, but it's to show, like, you know, it's still talent in Michigan, you know, in Detroit, Michigan, you know, that's still going hard in quartet. And so, you know, we came together, and we always want to do something creative and, you know, inventive and things like that. So, and on top of that, we hadn't sung together in about a good month or 2.5 or so. And we was like, this is our perfect opportunity to come together and sing, and give it everything. So that was that.
I want to commend you guys for your it was so tight. Musically, you were tight. Vocally, you were tight. I found no major fault. If anybody found a major fault in that night, they were just plain jealous. There was the spirit was there. You all presented to us, because when we're sitting at home now, our minds are going through a whole lot of things. We don't have to be sick, but there's so many people that's dropping down every second and vanishing away from us. You all came in at the right time to help so many people. And I want to thank you all for doing that. It was done with excellence. Trust me, it really was. It was done with excellence. And Detroit, we should be very proud of these young men. They set the standard for us. And I mean, you all did a good job. I don't know how y'all lasted that long, but
listen,
shout out to Tony Stanford.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony Stanford.
So as far as the music wise, as you know, Tony Stanford, aka Big Tone, he arranged the music, and as far as the production and how it sounded, like that was all Tony. So it was, when it came to the music department, him and Lance Wilson is DM, but Tony made the production the way it sounded. And so, a lot of that was towards him. We had to focus on, our showmanship, vocals and things like that. So we just learned how to stay in our lane,
Wow.
Because a lot of people, in groups, in all actuality, they don't know how to stay in each other. They don't know how to stay in their own lane. So when we have people, that know how to make sure it's perfect, because Tony came to us, he's like, yo, I don't want y'all to worry. I'm gonna make sure that it's perfect. And we had to back him on that. We didn't second guess it. We didn't, well, maybe we should do this. No, we trusted who we have in our own camp to make sure that, we was getting the best of the best. And when it came to it, we did what we did because we had trust in God for one, and we had trust in each other. So,
well, it was phenomenal. It was very phenomenal, and the people were talking about how well you all did. It was excellent, and I have to say, and I can't be critical, but it was all right. It was really, I watched it from beginning to the end. I didn't come in and zoom in and out. You all captured my attention straight through the whole evening. And I sure appreciate that, because you all were definitely good. And I'm gonna tell you another part that I really want to commend you, not because I have a cousin that was her father, and then my cousin Renee, she was married to him. But when you all gave the salute to Jerome Williams, I thought that was something that was many people don't do or think about people that way. You all did that song. I mean, I thought you guys sung it at anniversary. Trust me, I thought y'all really sung that song then. But on the concert, it was like y'all could see Jesus sitting on his throne, and like y'all was really singing. You all were singing to him this song. It wasn't like you had not the concert. It was let's give him his glory. Let's magnify him. Let's give him the best thing. Let's Yahweh to him. He is our Jehovah Jireh, our provider. This is the attitude that you all presented. And it took me to another level, and what have you. I shedded some tears at home because you all executed. Your song choice was just wonderful. And again, I commend y'all. I just have to commend y'all for the job that was well done, the professionalism of how to contact you, all of that. Everything was done in in a magnified way. It's hands down. I'm sorry. So like I said before, if anybody, well, they're going to do that anyway. Take this from somebody my group is 40 years old. And when they stop talking about you, that's when you worry. Long as they talking, you're doing good. You're really doing good. So that's what you do. You continue to move on. I want to say to you all, this record that y'all last put out is, I'm a stay in the way, man. I like, and then I like Saved by Grace. You know, I just got my choice. It's a, if you don't have it out there, everyone, I suggest you go right now. Stop when we get off, or if you can do two things at once, go right over there to all the social outlets, and I want you to go and pick up Young Men for Christ. Go get them. Go get it right now. And it's gonna bless you. It's definitely gonna bless you. That's it. Listen, fellas, what was so far, what was the most exciting engagement that you did that you was like, oh my God, I don't believe we here?
Last night at rehearsal.
Yeah, last night at rehearsal. Last night at rehearsal, yes, sir.
I'm trying to tell you,
Yes,
that was about one of the most.
It wasn't even no event. It was just rehearsal.
It was just rehearsal, and how the Holy Spirit actually showed up at rehearsal. We getting ready to release another project real soon. So y'all be on y'all be on alert for this one.
Well, wait a minute.
We ain't gonna say no more.
Wait a minute, you can't wait a minute, because you can't drop me here now. You ain't gonna tell me you finna do something, and then you just gonna throw it in, like, you know. Okay, let me say this to y'all. A senior, you know, you gonna have to say it, tell us. You finna drop a new project on us pretty soon, and that's all you gonna say to us.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's all you know.
What
we
kind
gonna
of
drop it
mess?
up.
Okay, y'all.
We ain't gonna tell y'all too much, but I just want y'all to know to be on the lookout real soon, like this year soon.
What?
We Dr. LaQuinn, we don't take it for granted. The opportunity is there. When I say we got so much talent in this camp, I believe instead of taking it out the camp, let it be in the camp, where we got musicians, we got singers, where they can do the same stuff outside. And why not let it be on the inside? Let somebody else do. Let your own talent be shown what we have. And
well, I can see that.
And if y'all don't, I'm here to tell you, Lori Stanford is the mother of Tony Stanford,
right.
The late Lori. She has a talented family. All her boys are so talented. Can play anything. They can play. Tony has stepped his game up where he wants to be a producer. He want to be. He's doing something out of his element now, that he's taking a leap of faith and want to do this. So we gonna follow his lead. We gonna follow his lead.
Good.
I'm crazy enough to step out on faith to let somebody know what we have in our own camp. Somebody might not even know, but why not have young talent that's coming up?
Sure.
That's coming up, want to know, want to learn, want to do these different things. My nephew, Lance Jr., that's how he started. He did it.
Good.
He did it. So he moved over and let somebody else do it.
Wow. So so what we're hearing is it's all in the family right around
all
here.
In the family. Yes,
we got our producer and writers. Are any of you other guys that sing it? Do you guys write? Are you writers or all of them?
All of them came from in-house. Every song that you about to hear, it come from in-house. Except for literally all of them.
So everything new that we're going to get this go round that's coming soon that you
It's
working
solely
on.
based amongst
In-house.
Young Men for Christ in-house.
Wow.
Well,
That's a good thing.
In our house, all our albums been in house.
Right, yeah, 100%. But it comes from the sing, like.
May I say something?
Anthony and Lance.
Sure.
And then has been talking for a very much long time. But I will say that this project is a little bit more, it shows Janice. Yeah, so this project is basically a little bit more distinguished, I would say. It definitely represents us more as a group, more youthful, I would say. Because, you know, I wouldn't say that all of our music have been so old school, but this one, it changes this time. You know, it gives us a little different flavor for the group. So I would say it's definitely just showing our growth tremendously.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it's not wrong with growth at all, because you have to keep up with the times. Because back in you all have really excelled from when I used to hear quartet singing. Without you all have more instrumentation and you're doing a little bit more musically. So therefore, I can get where you're coming from with that. But I'm excited to. Hey everybody, Young Men for Christ, they got something up under the cover, so don't get too relaxed. They're going to come back and give you something else. Listen, so what does it feel like to be nominated in 8 categories for the Rhythm of Gospel Awards, 4 categories for the Praize Factor Awards, and then you was nominated twice in the Detroit Music Awards? What else are you all nominated in from Young Men for Christ? What else?
I'm speaking things as if they already were. We're going to have to go up for a stellar in a minute. You know.
Listen, you okay? All right there.
To existence. You know, we're going to hit Stellar's Awards in a minute. But you know, y'all keep voting.
All right there. So we need to keep voting for you guys. Well, the voting is over for Rhythm of Gospel. I know that because I'm on the staff, so they closed it out on March the 1st. But we are praying for you all and y'all much success on what y'all gonna do. I want to get to some good questions. This is what I want to get to. I want to find out from you all who is the most sensitive in this group.
No.
It's between Johnson and Davion.
It's between Johnson. It's between Johnson Sr. and
Davion Girls.
Davion.
That's and they listen, and it's not really by far. It's really close. Like they neck and neck. You say the wrong words to any of them, it's gonna be, you know.
Y'all not gonna sit here and talk about me.
They can have a debate for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20-minute debate.
Wow.
Well, me and Davey, I got an understanding where y'all don't, so I understand that.
Y'all ain't gonna keep coming for us right here.
Okay. All right. Who's the latest? Who's always late?
L3.
Man.
L3 always late. He was late today. He was
late today. Late to your own church.
Thank you, Davion.
For your rehearsal, you be late.
Boy, you gotta shut your mouth. But in reality, if we wait on somebody, we wait on L3 in real life.
Man is always late.
Yes.
L3.
Him and Lil Lance run neck to neck.
I was early today.
Who's the quietest?
Anthony.
Anthony don't.
He just choose not to say nothing.
You don't hear him saying nothing now.
But if you give that man a microphone, it's on and popping. It is. It's on and popping. It really is. I declare the anointing is there. Okay, then. So Lance, Junior, you ain't getting nothing, did you? You the cool one. You don't do nothing.
My dad.
I'm talking about you.
Third.
The third. Third, you real relaxed and cool, so you ain't
What?
you ain't
Oh yeah,
late.
you know, I keep it on the David reference type of shit. I'm playing. No, but I'm playing. No, yeah, I'm not like that.
Now I can say this. When we first started off, L3 was everything that you just named. He was sensitive, but he's already late.
Talk about it.
He was sensitive, late. You couldn't tell him nothing.
No, he
He
couldn't
didn't want to hear nothing.
Well, that's what his daddy said. His daddy said that.
He had a ride with me, so he couldn't have been late.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask this.
He late now.
He late now.
But as time progressed,
he got better.
L3 has gotten a whole 360 turnaround. He take criticism well. He listens more, and he's more positive too, and also so he try to be more encouraging.
Okay. So now I'm gonna ask this. When it comes, I have to say this. I commend you men for keeping your style of dressing in a way it looks like men. I appreciate that. But who picks the clothes? Who does the most picking? Everybody. Is there ever a disagreement at the men's clothing?
Yes.
So let me ask, who is the pickiest when it comes to the
Lil?
Oh, I knew we was gonna come. We got you, didn't we? Found you.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, you see he had to change his clothes before he got on here.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's why we were a little late, because we had to wait for him to get his L straight and on his shirt and the right hat and the glasses. And you see how cool he's just sitting back, if they look at, we saw it.
I think when it comes to the dressing, it's kind of like a mixture. Where Johnson, my dad, he want to keep it old school, and then we have us that want to mix, the new generation of dressing, and so we just tried to really make a mixture. So we really had to talk my daddy down a little bit. So because when we first started, he wanted us in suit and ties every day
all the time.
Every program.
Every program, suit and tie, no matter where we at.
That represent who you are.
So he wanted y'all in suit and tie.
He wanted
okay.
But now he have relaxed on that idea because he understands time.
You see scratching his head.
He understands time, and he understands how our generation, want to try different things. And so he doesn't give too much of a criticism on what we dress, but whenever he thinks it's outrageous, you can count it out. He ain't going for it. So but L3 try to give him a run for his money. When it comes to
his toes.
Have that balance.
Right, gotta have that balance, because the managers comment as well about your dress.
And the veil, if we ain't got the same socks on, there's gonna be a problem.
Gentlemen.
That's because LaQuinn started this sock stuff.
Well, listen.
Started the sock stuff.
I got all right. Okay. Now, let me go to my. Okay. Now, let me clear my point up. See, Johnson Senior, come on, go with me because you agree with me. Come on.
Sir.
Okay, now let's go. We told Area Radio Land, everybody, listen. We told my little nephews. This is what we said to them. They were shopping for anniversary and they was late. I said to them, "You got everything straight." "Oh yeah, we all right. Okay, I say, "So you got your belts and your ties?" Because it was the last minute. "Oh yeah, such and such gonna get his socks, and such gonna get his socks, and such. I say, "Y'all got the same shirt on?" "Yes, sir." "You got the same tie?" "Yes, sir." "Jacket?" "Yes, sir." "Pants?" "Yes, sir." "Shoes?" "Yes, sir." Socks? Oh no, sir. What? Okay. So now y'all, so listen, now y'all see what I was talking about. Because I told y'all, why would I want to see one of y'all get to shouting and lift up your leg, especially man, because he got to shout and move around. So I see him some solid ones. Then Davion got on another pair, and then here come Dad. He in the middle. He gonna do it right, and then y'all just got Poe Anthony just going any kind of way because he the baby. I already know he ain't gonna say nothing. And you know, and here go Mr. Fashion, Mr. GQ. I say, if y'all don't get to say it, and y'all appreciate it, because guess what? When we looked at y'all from the audience, y'all got to shouting and moving around. This one lady said next to me, they dressed from head to toe.
Yeah.
We were sharp on that day.
Y'all was sharp. You have to keep that in. We watched that. You know, did you hear what Lavelle said? If you don't get 2 comments, at least get 1. Before they hear you sing, they what? They gotta see. Okay, so you might not sing good that night. They said, well, they didn't sing so hot that night, but they sure look good. All right.
Yeah.
But I did start it. And ain't y'all glad y'all heard what I said?
Because they never forgot it.
And you should be fine every time you don't have your sock, the same sock when you come in the uniform, because it's a part of your uniform. And don't look, and if you wear your uniform outside of a program, they ought to find you for that too.
Oh, Davion. Anthony and Davion.
Anthony, you don't wear your uniform out, man.
Yes, he do. Yes, he do.
Anthony.
Johnson. Hey, LaQuint.
Davion, you never seen Johnson wear a suit outside.
I will go pull up that picture. Both of them.
Hold on, Davion. It got to the point where Davion did his own personal photo shoot with every uniform he got.
Somebody had to take pictures and he took pictures of them. Yeah,
he did his own personal photo shoot.
Davion.
We ain't took picture of him yet.
Davion.
We've been through this already. Why we back on this again? That's so old.
Listen, welcome to the Young Men for Christ. See there? There's another side to them that's comical that you all just didn't know. They got the Holy Ghost, but they still human too. Anthony, Anthony is quiet. Anthony ain't gonna do. Anthony.
Hey, LaQuint, ask him what he wore on Easter.
I would say this. Before I joined this group, I was a whole different person. So, you know, when I would see them sing, when I was with my old, you know, when I used to sing with my old group, I would see Man just, you know, dance and just act a clown all over the stage, you know, having a whole bunch of energy and stuff. And I'm just looking like, this dude crazy, you know. So when I joined the group, I'm used to just standing still and singing, you know. Had to change. They started moving and stumping and all that kind of, I had to adapt to that. So it's just a lot of stuff. It's crazy. It's a lot of stuff.
It's crazy.
About the suits that you wore. What about the suits that you wore?
You don't want to talk about them suits. You the guy.
You can't talk about nobody's suits.
Watch this. Now watch this, LaQuint. Watch this. Now I'm the youngest in the group. Now when you have a younger brother, your younger brother look up to you, right?
Bye, bro.
So
get off. Get off, bro.
Davion, the one who started it.
Davion,
I know we could do it. I didn't know.
Davion. Look at Davion.
It fell back on you. It fell back on you.
Okay, so if it fall on me,
so Davion, we want to ask you why you started wearing the uniforms. Let's ask that question.
Let's talk about Johnson again, because I recall Johnson Pastor had a 50 Shade Blue thing, and Johnson came out and he had the Young Men for Christ jacket on. Then he turned around and had a Young Man for Christ shirt on. Then he had the burgundy suit on. Oh,
See,
and we weren't even saying.
See, Dr. LaQuint Weaver, that get you nowhere. Jealousy get you nowhere. That young man looks up to me. Literally, he looks up to me. That's how short he is, because he literally looks up to me.
Johnson. So Johnson, it all started from Derek Johnson Sr.
Lord Jesus. Well, let me ask y'all something. Have y'all been on the road and something funny? What is the funniest thing that ever happened on the floor with Young Men for Christ?
I can tell you, our engineer fell off the stage or fell on the stage, and we was in the midst of singing, trying so hard not to laugh. That was hard for me. That was hard for me.
Who you say?
Our engineer.
Oh man,
no name.
Oh my God.
He fell. He blamed me. He said that I tripped him with the cord. He fell onto Tony. But I'm watching the whole thing. We singing God is able, okay? Guys, I tried so hard to keep my composure in front of them people. That for me, that was number one. That was
I think the second would be is when we went to Chicago. We were singing He Didn't Have to Do It. Then we were in the midst of He Didn't Have to Do It. So next thing we hear is the soprano note from Davion coming out.
he did his own solo.
We said this is Don McKenzie in the corner.
No, guys, remember we was at Renee's church and Man forgot his belt. Eric Jr. forgot his belt.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Listen, we was in Chicago. I had left my belt on the van. They told me I did not have enough time to go get my belt. Now he departed a couple blocks down. I got my pants on. I had to take my tie off my neck and wrap it around my pants, thinking that would be a good idea.
Looking a hot man.
Thinking that would be a good idea. And y'all know me and how I move. I had to stay still, okay? Because if my pants had fell off me, listen, the show would have been over, okay?
Yikes.
So I'm singing with one hand holding my pants up, and I'm steady, and I got to turn my back to the crowd to tighten my tie around my belt. Around my waist to make sure that my pants wouldn't fall. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That was.
Lord have mercy.
I blame the veil.
You blame your manager for that.
I blame the veil.
Yeah, he could have bought him.
He could have bought us some time for me to go get my belt.
Yep.
Wow.
You're supposed to have all your uniform together, being responsible.
Look quick,
what he said.
Look quick, the veil be rushing.
Yes.
When we get in somewhere, the veil want to be, and then sometimes you don't realize that something is missing until it's too late.
We don't even get a chance to sit down and agree.
Well, but listen, that's the job of a manager. You got to understand, you guys, you're moving gradually into where there's going to be call times, lobby times. You have to report at those times. These are the things that you all saw your people that you still look up to now. These are the things that they have to do, because you don't want your contracts to be forfeited, because if you mix up, the producer will come back and he'll come get your loot, and you don't want your loot to be got, so just watch your manager and put everything in order. Just put it in order, and then you'll be all right when you get ready to leave out. You won't miss nothing.
That's right.
Put it in your bag.
You're right.
Start the night before. And that's it. Prepare yourself. When you got to go on the trip, prepare yourself a little early if you're slow. Now we ain't gonna say nothing about slow, because see, I know your manager and I.
5 days.
That's King, Mr. Slow. He has to get up early in the morning to get. If we want to be somewhere at 11, LaVelle needs to start at 7, and he will be ready at 11. Trust me. When we had to share rooms singing the choir, I have to get up first and go. I'll be the one to eat breakfast and everything, and he is still in that bathroom. I'm telling you, I don't get it. I don't get it. I said, I'd have been to eat. I'm hungry. Well, the place closed now. We got to go to eat. We got to get on the. But that's he just slow. But if he beats y'all, if he beat y'all getting ready, y'all gotta pick it up.
Hey,
I'm
I'm gonna say this. Hold on,
wait a
Josh.
minute.
I'm gonna say this.
We forgot one. We forgot another funniest thing.
What's that?
We was going to, where was we going? We was going to where was we going? South. I know it was heading south. And we let Lavelle drive for a minute.
Lord Jesus.
No, we did. We didn't let him drive. We was gonna let him drive.
Let him drive across the street.
We stopped at the Waffle House.
We was going to North Carolina.
We was going to North Carolina.
And you gonna regret that, Eric.
We gotta put it out there.
No, you don't.
We asked Lavelle to drive. Lavelle was sleeping. I said, uh-oh. So Lavelle got up under the wheel. He drove from the Waffle House to
it's from the gas station.
It was from the gas station to the Waffle House.
To the Waffle House. And he was wobbling then. I said, that's all right. We got it. Now, all right, Lavelle, we straight.
Listen, and the distance between the Waffle House and the gas station, it was in the same parking lot. It was in the same parking lot. And then when he parked it, it was extremely crooked.
Wow.
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 And then we found out while Lavelle driving at night, he don't like to admit when he's sleeping.
Well,
which is a bad thing.
Y'all should have called me. Y'all should have called me. If you had called me, I could tell you about my brother. I could tell you when he's not gonna drive on the road unless he have to. Now he ain't gonna drive. If he find out that y'all can drive, he ain't gonna drive.
He's a passenger
He ain't
driver.
gonna drive.
I'm the
afternoon
co-captain.
driver. That's
I'm
it.
the co-captain.
At that time, Dr. I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
I didn't have a choice but to let him drive.
Okay, well then
all my other drivers
in New Jersey.
They wasn't ready.
I got you in New Jersey. Yeah.
Now, when you're in the intercity, he will drive there. But on that road, if he ain't got to, he ain't gonna drive. He gonna lay there and nod that head back and that mouth open up a couple of times, get him disease and what have you, and tell you when. Okay, we here, so let's get going. That's the way he does it.
He get more rest than anybody.
Wait a minute. Before we hit the freeway, all y'all sleep.
Oh, that's a lie. I do not be sleeping.
All y'all sleep.
I need my rest.
Why, man, I eat my candy and chips and stuff.
Wow.
LaQuint, they be me and Johnson, or if Frank and we three they be gone.
What Frank you talking about? No, Frank, don't be up.
So don't.
No, Frank.
You talking about Junior?
Frank
Frank Junior don't be up
because he know he's got to drive. So
wow.
Frank will go to sleep first because he got to drive. So
wow. Okay. Listen, let me ask you guys something. I'm gonna start with Lance. Lance, what would you tell somebody? We're gonna go from Lance to Dravion, to Air Jr. to Anthony, because the fathers already know. I want to hear from you all. What if there's some young men that are inspiring now and they're watching you and they're thinking about starting a quartet group? What advice would you give them? We're gonna start from Lance, Davion, Air Jr., and Anthony. What advice would you give them? Because I know you all have a lot of things that come against you while, before the floor, on the floor, and after the floor. and to keep your tightness together? What advice would you give them, Lance? L3?
First, I would say you would have to have a good person. Not would say a good person, but someone that is a good influencer that is able to, I would say, direct you into the path that you should go, and have someone that is on your team that helps, push you, of course, as far as, people that are overseeing your group, of course. Then work with fellas that are, talented, that, I would want to say, of course, God-driven, that have a desire to, want to be able to do what they want to do as far as, their ministry is concerned. And, and just like, I would say more so like study God's word, of course, like we all say that we need to do that more, we all do. So like I'm saying, be in God's word, continue to put him first, and just, just work with good people that are, like I said, driven and want to be able to do it. So, yeah.
Jimmy?
Well, first I would say, if you're gonna get into quartet, it's not easy. Quartet is not easy. It's one of those. It's one of those genres of music and gospel that you have to have a love for quartet. You have to have a love for it. If you wasn't born into quartet, you got to have the love for quartet, because quartet can be discouraging sometimes. But you have to have a love for quartet, and surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with positive people, have positive thinking. Stay prayerful, stay very prayerful. And disagree to agree with your brother. That's the only way it's gonna work. You have to disagree to agree in order for things to get done. On top of that, perfect your craft. Perfect your craft, no matter what it is that you do. If you sing, if you play, if you manage, perfect your craft. Do what you need to do to help the group move further, to grow. So that's pretty much, and stay prayerful and faith bound.
Okay. And
staying prayed up, and knowing who God is, because if you're trying to create a group and nobody in your group, go to church or, actually know who God is, then you can't, it's gonna be real hard. It's really hard to do anything without God, so those two. And then I gotta say, the anointing makes the difference. So I mean, anybody can sing, but if you don't feel it, if you don't feel, the way you singing or how you, then ain't nobody else gonna feel it. So that's another thing I learned, but that's it.
Okay. Eric Jr.
I would say, you just gotta have people who want to start a quartet, man. You just gotta have a love for it and passion. Because if you don't have a passion for something, then it's easy to be deterred away from it. We've been singing for 8 years now, 7, 8 years now, and we've heard a lot of things, a lot of negativity, positivity. But if we'd have let those comments, and what people say, negativity wise, get to us, we would have stopped a long time ago. And we never would have kept pushing as hard as we are right now. And then secondly, man, you just gotta you stay prayed up. Because my parents always said, if you want to be stronger, you got to get around people who's doing better than you, because then you're able to see the process of what to do and how to do it. And then those people can show you how to do it. And so we try to look up to our mentors. Like Anthony mentor is the Pilgrim Jubilees. Davion Love. Who is it? Who?
Doc McKenzie.
Doc McKenzie. He loved Doc McKenzie. And I love, I love, singers like Tim Rogers and all of them. I look up to those guys, and we look up to them because, we see the growth that they had and the things that they had done. We try to, not implement that, but we try to use, what they have done, as a stepping stone. So I would say anybody who want to, do quartet or, stay in it, man, to just make sure you got a love for it. Everything, as you know, man, it's a business and everything. And to me, everything isn't always about money. Money is just, the upside about it, So, but if you have a passion and a love for it, man, there's nothing that nobody can say or do to deter you away from it. And I just encourage people, to whatever, it ain't even got to be quartet. It's just whatever you got going on in your life, something that you want to accomplish. Just make sure you have a passion for it and keep going. And don't let nobody or nothing stop you from it.
Good. That's a good thing. Well, can I ask you out this? Are we to see another concert possibly coming from you guys in the making?
Yes.
There's another concert coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So we're looking.
That's it. Let me ask your dads, both of you, the dads of the group. What is the favorite song that you enjoy hearing these boys sing? That's your favorite song from these fellas. We're gonna start with L3's daddy. It's the daddy's gonna talk now, not the sons. And Lavelle, what's your favorite song that these boys sing that really reaches you?
Is it just one?
Well, I'm gonna give him two, but I really want his favorite.
All right, well, me being the songwriter.
Okay, yeah.
Very, very, very first song that got me was "He Didn't Have to Do It." That was one of my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
And you wrote that?
Yeah, I wrote all the songs.
Wow. Songwriter. That's him.
If I had a second one, my second one be "Stay in the Way." Stay in the Way. Yeah. and I give my shout out to my pastor, Pastor Patterson, Eddie J. Patterson. Mm-hmm. He always had this topic or this thing that from a late I think his name was
W.W. Williams.
W. Williams over at
Williams Chapel.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He always used to tell pastors, always got to stay in the way. And I just, I just took that and ran with it. Okay. I wrote it at work actually one night. I wrote it at work. I had nothing else to do. I just wrote it. And I just took some things that people had done in the Bible and made them stay in the way of Jesus. And that's what it came up.
That's how. Okay. Cool. I got it. All right. Eric, a singer, Johnson, yeah. Eric. Yeah. What's your favorite song by these young men? Well, you sang with them, but what's your favorite?
I like You Can't Beat God Given. That's one for sure. You can't beat him. Mm-hmm. No matter how hard you try. You can't beat God's given. And I love all of them, but my next one I want to see Jesus. I just love that one. I love that one.
Never would have thought.
I never knew that.
Wow.
That's the first one. Never knew that one.
Wow. Lavelle?
My two is He Didn't Have to Do It.
Mm-hmm.
And Saved by Grace.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Davion, what's your favorite?
Oh, Jesus. I'll have to go with I Made It and Thank Jesus. I Made It is my favorite though. I Made It is like that there now. Yes, sir.
That's your favorite.
That's my favorite song.
L3?
I don't know if I have a favorite song. I don't have a favorite.
That's because he's singing.
I don't have a favorite. I take that back. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't have one.
You don't have one?
No, I would say I Made It. I would say I Made It. Because I do like that one. I do like that. I would say I Made That, yeah.
Okay. Eric Jr.?
I'm going to go, my number one is Thank Jesus.
Uh-huh.
And I would say Be With Me.
Be with me. Be with me. Yeah, that's my jam too. I like that too. That's my jam too.
You know, Dr. LaQuinn, before you go any further, I forgot I had one more, even though it was, but I want to I always got two songs that, you know, that I always put in my mind. My mom, dad, God Is Able, and Step by Step. Why? My dad sung that song, Step by Step. He was always saying he's on his way to see Jesus.
Wow.
That's why I want to see Jesus always stayed in my mind. That would be one of my favorite songs. So then God Is Able, that was my mom's song. And we sang that, and we know that we trust God for him to do whatever we ask of him. He's able to deliver what we ask.
That's good.
So that's the reason why I meant to put that.
That was your other song.
Yeah.
Anthony.
All right. My two that I would choose. One, I like Doing My Best. I like because it's like a smooth song in the beginning, then it get like you go to church at the end.
Yeah.
And then I like He's Calling Me. I like that song. I do like that song.
I was so tough. Listen.
I like that song, man.
Let me tell you this. My mother is sung with the original group that made that. My Aunt Dorothy Love Coates and the Gospel Harmonettes were and Dorothy wrote that. And I took it and changed it around for the Inspirational Stars to redo again. And my mother was an original harmonette because when we was living in Birmingham. And when I heard that y'all here did it, I was like, what? You know, and you all, it's hard to, most young people don't relate to them kind of songs like that. I don't know who told y'all to get that song, but them songs like that are the songs that really reach a lot of people. And who is that leading He's Calling Me?
Eric Johnson Sr.
Who?
I see you.
LaQuinn, you didn't know that.
No. That dude right there with that great beard.
What? Oh, so I learned something else that's new today. Aha. Okay, then. Well, y'all gonna have to pull him on out to lead a little more.
We tried to. He don't want to sing it. He don't want to sing.
Why you don't like that song? He don't want to sing it.
No. I you know, Doc. It's not that I don't like singing it. I prefer to let the younger see this. It's their time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's their time.
Right. That's
and
true.
I like I said, I'm just, you know, eventually I'm gonna give this up. I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna retire. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna still be a part.
75. 75.
As long as I have the ability to exercise with these guys, I'm gonna stay with it until, you know. But like I said, I love it. It's 30 some years of quartet inside me. It's not easy to just quit.
No, don't worry. We gonna roll. Once he retires, we gonna put him in that wheelchair and roll him around. We gonna roll him around in the wheelchair.
Hey, but look quick.
When you saw the video, hold up, man. When you saw the video, who looked tired up there?
Well,
Davey, they said they asked, was he laying out on the ground, on the floor?
I'm glad we live. I forgot my inhaler at home just to let everybody know. I was having some problem breathing up there. I'm telling you, I couldn't breathe.
So that lets you know that he's real old.
No. I'm gonna let y'all know. When Johnson retired, Don't worry, y'all. We gonna still get that wheelchair. We gonna get one of them bands with we put the wheelchair in it. We gonna roll them around. We got you. We got you. Roll them right through. We gonna dress them in everything.
I got 2 daughters that's listening.
Well, don't roll them too.
Better be cool. You know I got 2 daughters listening.
Listen, something good. We gonna roll. Okay, we gonna have them take you then. We gonna roll you around.
Wow. Well, I want to let y'all know I'm super proud of you guys. I'm glad that the Lord blessed you all. I was honored to even be asked, let's do this, and you all want me to do it. I enjoy your music. I am a fan. And y'all keep singing like this, I'm always be a fan. And I'm sure there's others. And what I want you all to know, I thank you all for even coming into the quartet scene, the quartets coming into the choir scene. Very few, very, very few. And I'm gonna tell y'all, very few churches that I know of, y'all got to be doing something. Because when y'all hit Greater Grace,
boom.
Wow.
And see, I'm gonna tell you that Bishop Ellis was in the city of Detroit. He was the #1 drummer. He was unbeatable back in the day.
He was a drummer?
Yes. He was
know that.
All the Donald Bell songs and albums and stuff. He played for us with Donald Bells. And was very tight. I doubt if he even go to behind some drums now, but he was our #1. You know, he was always doing it. And when I saw y'all had here Greater Grace for Sunday morning or whatever y'all was, and how y'all did, and then I saw that y'all had went out to Burning Bush, and the choirs and the other people want you all to come and just be yourself, and then they enjoyed you. That says a lot. That says a lot. So I say to you guys, keep your heads together. As God elevates, you go more, you prostrate before him more and what have you. Because this success can take you unknowingly to another level, and your attitude determines your altitude.
Amen.
It really does. It really does. I say this to a lot of people. You have to, when you don't feel like speaking to people, smile. Even when you know they've talked about you, you got proof. You know what they've said. Smile, because they took the time to talk about you. Okay? And everybody ain't gonna like your singing. They ain't.
Amen.
It's okay. Everybody didn't like Jesus, but look what he turned out to be.
Amen.
Okay? So remember, and you tell anybody all the time, none of these songs that we sing have your name in it. None of these songs we sing has your name in it. Your mothers, your husbands, sisters, or brother. We're not singing about you and to you. Not at all.
That hurt.
Not, you know.
That's a good one.
That's what I tell everybody. Oh, what? Not
speak the truth.
But we didn't say this ain't your song. It ain't about you. You ain't created nothing. In the beginning, your name don't go in the beginning, then your name. Don't say that. Not in the Bible. It says God, not you. So that's it. So I humbly say to you guys, keep up the good work. I look forward to seeing more from you all. I'm honored to have did this with you all, and for them to know up close and personal a little bit about the young men for Christ and what have you. And I can't wait till we come out of quarantine so we can see y'all live in person. If you need their telephone number, somebody's watching after or during, the booking manager is Mr. Lavelle Nero, okay? And his number is 313-618-8791. That's how you contact these young men. Alternative Management, 313-618-8791. 8791. And I'm sure he'll be happy to accommodate you and make sure you get these young men to your church and in your city. There's somebody
Can I say
to
something
see.
before?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What is that?
Save the date.
One more. Save the date.
Save the date.
For July, the first Sunday in July, the virtual concert we'll be doing, our anniversary, we'll be doing a virtual anniversary.
This will take place at the anniversary.
Yes, so it'll be on a virtual anniversary on July 1st. What is it, July 5th?
Hold on a minute, I can give it to you, right? Just give me a second.
Yep, July 5th.
July 5th, we'll have our virtual anniversary.
July 5th.
Yes, sir. And we'll probably be getting a few guests, so we'll keep that informed with y'all. And hopefully, get that. Hopefully, we'll have that new project out by that time too. So.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. So y'all sneakily working while we quarantine. Y'all got to quarantine something for us. And we probably need to have it. We need to have it. I just pray God's blessings upon you all. And I want y'all to be safe. Y'all please be safe and stick together.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Please be safe, you guys. If they say don't go out, y'all. Hold it in. We need y'all. We need y'all. We need
all
y'all.
quartets. All quartets.
We need all the quartets and what have you. Y'all, hey, I can't wait to this date. I can't wait for this project. And anytime y'all need We Praise Radio for anything, it's home to you. Always let us know and make sure when that record comes. Now look, let me tell y'all what y'all don't do. Y'all send me the music before it hit. Okay? Everybody else sends their music before it hit. Amen. See, Ricky Diller go release his at 12 o'clock midnight tonight. We so geeked up for it at 12. He done took Joe LaGuns, He's My Rooftop. With Keith Wonderboy Johnson on the lead.
Davion.
Y'all better be ready for it.
Ricky Diller did that tonight?
Ricky Diller, the new G did his release tonight at 12.
Keith Wonderboy?
Keith Wonderboy Johnson.
All right.
He's My Rooftop. Yeah. And when I tell you they jamming it, they killing it. That's what I'm saying, Anthony. How do he get a choir to sing He's My Rooftop? Well, Anthony, I done heard it. And all I'm going to tell you is just hold on to your seat because they ain't playing with it.
All right.
They ain't playing with it.
In the My Cloud Joy.
Oh, that was my jam. That was my jam, y'all. That was my jam. So
they are the #1 group, and still, Joe LaGuin group will always.
Yeah, he was.
We're not gonna go into it. We're not gonna go into it today.
Thank you.
Oh, they finna go into it. Okay, all right.
We need to hurry up and get off here. You gotta take his medicine.
We got a quartet historian. I know, because Javion, he go to what is that? Ecclesiastic. Is that what it's called? The convention? Davion, they need to give Davion a microphone. I need to have him go down to report for We Praise Radio. He needs to be one of the reporters and go, because he be on it. I don't think his phone don't give out.
Hey, Davion is a real life news reporter for sure.
I believe it. I believe it.
Want to know, especially about quartet. He gonna argue up and down to make sure.
Hey, Dr. LaQuinn Weaver. You remember on Good Times Pearl, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Her name
was Wanda.
I got all the quartet.
Wanda.
Wow.
Pearl 227.
Well, that's a good thing.
Same character.
Look, that's a good thing. I'm glad you know your history. And you know what? It's good. I wish some of these other people would learn their history too. Y'all young folks. It ain't no harm in learning the history.
I got a question for you.
Ask me a question.
Now, if you spend your last $10,
oh gosh,
are you going to see Joe LaGuin in My Clouds of Joy or the Pilgrim Jubilee?
LaQuint, he need to take his medicine. Let's just get a
Now
benediction.
think wise before you speak now.
Get a
Think wise
benediction.
before
We
you
ready.
speak.
Everybody who on live right now, answer that question real quick.
Pilgrim Jubilees or Mighty Clouds of Joy?
Those of you who know quartet.
In their primes now.
Oh my God.
Now they in their prime.
In their prime. In their prime.
That's Cleve and Clay.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, and Paul.
Yeah.
No, that's a tough one, ain't it?
That's the Easter Spectacular on 14th and Marquette at King Solomon. You asking me, oh Lord.
Renee said, what you say?
That's what I want her to say. Cause
Renee,
he say either the Pilgrim Jubilees or the Mighty Clouds of Joy. What would you choose for if you had your last $10? Who would you go to see? The Jubes or the Clouds?
The Jubes.
Renee picked the Jubes.
You know, Renee, you know something.
Hey, Robert Austin said no.
Renee, you all right with me?
With the Mighty Clouds.
Who Robert say? Who did Robert say? Robert said the Mighty Clouds.
Robert said no comparison, Mighty Clouds.
Come on, Mighty Clouds. I told you. What he do?
I don't know. See, them was two of my good groups. Y'all put me at the heart. But I love to hear Joe sing. I'm a cloud man. I am a cloud man. Joker just sang to me.
He just
I don't know.
Renee,
I don't know.
Let that be.
That's in their prime. I'm going with the Jews.
You going with the Jews?
Who had the most hits?
The Jews was bad
I'm
now.
riding with the Clouds. I'm riding with the Clouds all day.
Who had the most hits?
The Clouds.
The Clouds.
The Clouds got the most hits.
Mm-hmm.
Who was on Soul Train?
The Clouds.
Joe.
Grammys, Clouds.
You ready to the Soul Train in those times, boy.
Listen.
Quick, give the benediction, please.
Listen, y'all, I have had a wonderful.
Get mad.
Listen, and don't get mad. Anthony, don't get mad. Anthony is a Jew, man.
Yes.
Well, who's the cloud man?
Me. I love Joe Lagan.
Clouds.
Yes, sir. Joe Lagan is one of the best singers of all time.
Anthony, you like
I put it like
in front of Joe.
You like them brothers.
I put it like this, that if I had my choice, that what I know, the Jews can pull it. I would don't underestimate.
No,
they can pull it.
No.
Joe got to work by himself with Clay and Clay not to pull it.
Yeah, they could, and they would, and they would.
Yeah,
they would. They would.
So with that being said, if it was just Clay, would he be able?
Please,
to pull it like Joe Lagan?
Please put us off of this, please.
Okay. May the Lord watch.
Like
Thank you.
Look,
Joe
y'all.
was a man, but he worked by himself.
Davey, we'll
Okay.
talk about it off the air.
Look, we have had a wonderful evening here in Detroit, Michigan. We Praise Radio with the one and only, the Young Men for Christ. I'm gonna try to get some more folks to do an interview while they're there. And look, and not to sing, but just come on and just talk like we did and what have you. So glad that you all are keeping quartet alive in Detroit. I'm gonna try to see if I can get them trumpets next and get them heavenly stars and some more of them. We can find out what's going on.
Renee just said that Joe used to run for Melvin Reed. So
Now,
I
my
ain't
Uncle
worried about
Melvin.
I'm talking about Joe Lagan and the Jubilees.
Well, if he used to run for Melvin, you know he used to run for Clay and Cleve. So we ain't gonna argue about that. We just gonna leave.
I ain't worried about that. If I had to bring somebody else, I'd bring Harvey Watkins to the ring too.
Yeah,
I'd bring
but
Harvey Watkins to help out Joe. If that was
I gotta say, my Uncle Melvin wasn't no joke. Them gospel classics and them violiniers, he was. Anyway, we gonna get off of this subject, y'all, because it's gonna get More and more and more. Because
Yeah.
Detroit got some singing men too here. We really do, y'all. Enjoy, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day and be safe. And we look forward to seeing great things from Young Men for Christ. Y'all have a good night. All right, y'all.
All right.
All right, then. Take care. All right, everybody. We signing out.
Move to the next group chat.
Look at this boy talking about move to the next group chat.
Bye.
Right. Lord Jesus. We got to get off of here.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
All right.
How the devil do I lead this thing?
You don't know how to lead?
No. There it is.